Welcome back. Oh man, it's always a good time to hit record. It always is. You know what I'm saying? If you are unaware, this is Made in the 1980s, a show that is gaining some steam out here. We see y'all. We see y'all loving the nostalgia and the conversation, and we hope to keep it going. Numbers are up, and we've been outside, but it's only right that we share it with you all. And if you are unaware, I am still Camp from the Port, and you know what? I'm gonna let the person on the other screen introduce themselves because hey, look, I don't want to get it wrong, even though we in pod mode right now. So please, sir, if you will, who are you to the people out there today?
I'm looking for the bitches with the titties and shit. Teaching you young punks how to slap your daddy. Today, I am jamming motherfucking Jerome.
Yeah. Yo, hey, man. And we got a great show for y'all today, man. Listen, when Wang showed up and when the screen popped up, I was like, hold on now. I was like, hey, you look like Jerome. And of course, for anybody, especially if you made the 1980s, it's important that you ask. And he asked the perfect question. Well, which Jerome? and since I didn't see, the teeth, you know what I mean? Since I didn't see the teeth, and because my comrade here is a tad buff out here, pause if necessary. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go with Jerome from Snowfall. And damn it, I was right.
My favorite Jerome.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So bad niggerish.
Man, hey, this is hilarious. So, man, unbeknownst to me, because I be in my own world, it was like pre-Halloween weekend. And I only say pre-Halloween weekend because if it happens before the actual date, it's like the pre-weekend. Because now next weekend is like November, which everybody like be thinking is like Christmas. But more than likely, people gonna start you're gonna start seeing Black Friday deals and Christmas sales, flyers going up by like Friday, Saturday. But we here to give y'all the Made in the 1980s Halloween special, okay? Just like we would nostalgically if this was the 80s or 90s. This is that special Halloween episode. And we're going to keep it Halloween centric. And what better time to do it since Jammin Jerome had a little shindig? You know what I'm saying? Is it officially is it just the pilot or is this the first annual? Like let us know, because from the pics, it looked like some people was out to have a good time and nothing but hey, only you got the director's cut of this. So let's hear it.
I will say this was the pilot because originally I didn't want to make it a yearly thing because I'm not a big party planner person. Like up until we finished, me, my girl, we finished with everything the following day. Then we realized, like, even though you're throwing the party in your likeness, even when the party is going, you still don't get the opportunity to party because you're making sure everybody else is having a good time. So originally, no, I didn't want to do an annual thing, but I fucked up and made a trophy for best costume, which we won.
Okay.
And
House rules is house don't lose. You know what I mean?
And that was the statement that was made. How this nigga gonna win a trophy that he bought? And my reply was, because nigga, I bought
it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just like when your mama say, "Don't be cussing in my house." I pay the rent.
So little friendly shit talking happened. Then she looked at me and she said, we gotta do this again next year. We gotta work this again next year. We gotta do it again next year. So I know if I do it 2 years in a row, it most definitely will become an annual thing.
Yes, yes.
And I'm not mad about that. You know, like I said, we had a good time. You know, we'll be better prepared.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this coming year than we were this year. Cause man, we was forgetting shit and we was losing shit and leaving shit and but it turned out good though. Just the fact that folks can't do what the fuck you asked them to do.
Hey, so you know, this is the best and worst part about like party throwing, party promoting, gatherings, all of that. Because even as adults, we still get in this trick bag of people selective listening, hearing, and executing. So I'm curious, as you throw the pilot party for the Halloween, you know what I'm saying, for the shindig, I'm guessing that you were like, if you want XYZ, that it could be a drink, it could be a snack, it could be just entry. Just show up in a costume.
That's all I asked. Food was provided. My girl stayed up till like 12, 1 o'clock in the morning making Jello shots, different flavors and shit. Different. Okay. She had some Jello shots. They was in syringes and shit. Like, it was just a whole.
Oh, y'all went all out.
She went all out. Let's get that clear. Let's get that clear. I had nothing to do with any of that. One of no parts of it. That's
shout out to the missus for going all out.
Hey, that's all. When you get it, all she knows is go, and when you let her go, it's fast. You know, so no, that was all her. I had nothing to do with it. But all we got snacks, we got food, we got drinks. We got drinks for the kids, for the people that couldn't find babysitters. Cool, bring the kids. Nobody do no drugs or nothing over here. So if you got to bring the kids, bring the kids.
Nice.
All I require, wear a costume. I don't give a fuck if you so much as put whiskers on your face. I would have accepted that.
Okay.
Niggas. My uncle showed up and told me, "Oh, where your costume at?" Oh, I came as retired. No, nigga, that's not a costume. You really are.
Hey, coming as retired.
How you show up to the costume party as a retired nigga?
Oh my gosh. Hey, that's funny.
My Aunt Cora, shout out to my Aunt Cora.
Mm-hmm.
She asked me, and I'm not even mad at her. She asked, she was like, "Can I come as myself?" I said, "Yes, you can come as yourself in a costume."
Right.
So because she wasn't going to go buy one, she printed out some stuff and safety pinned it to her shirt. And she was like, "I'm in costume." I'll take that.
Right. For sure.
I'll happily accept that.
Yo.
And then I got to give my Aunt Wanda grace as well.
Okay.
My Aunt Wanda had just did a 12-hour shift, went home for 2 hours, went back for another 12-hour shift, and then showed up to the party.
Oh man, she's trying to get bags.
So Auntie was tired. I gave Auntie a pass.
For sure.
But still, this is all I asked. There was no entry fee.
Mm-hmm.
All the food and drinks were paid for, unless you wanted something specific.
Mm-hmm.
Wear a costume.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for my girl, other than my Aunt Wanda, the ones that showed up without costumes on, I was going to put them out.
Yo, facts. It's like, yo, what you doing here? Like, this isn't a regular kickback. This is a Halloween party.
And all I asked is if you was going to show up presentable.
Yeah.
I'm me. We know you ugly, nigga. But that's you always ugly.
Right.
That's costume.
Like be presentable this day, and then the other 364, you can go back to doing you. But before I tell you about some of the simple but effective and hilarious costumes that I thought of as you were saying this, because I just remember I'm gonna shout out my man JC, the white JC, not radio JC, but shout out to JC too, JC too. Who do you feel, and you ain't got to name names, who do you feel was the absolute worst version of themselves, or did somebody come as the absolute worst version of themselves to your party?
Yes, my little cousin Jerome.
so he didn't try it all. He came in like a t-shirt and sweats.
Up with some sweatpants and a hoodie. Talking about some I'm Hugh Hefner.
Like, you ain't never seen Hugh Hefner with a hood on. Hey, yo, that's hilarious. Like, you could even get the Walmart pajamas.
If you would have showed up in like a smoker's jacket, I'm Hugh Hefner.
Hey, listen.
I would have accepted that.
Exactly.
But you just showed up as your little ugly self, like every day.
Yeah. Hey, at least show up with the Walmart black two-piece with the white trim on the collar, bro.
Bro, my son's girlfriend showed up in some pajamas, but it was like the hoodie pajamas. It looked like, and it had like when she pulled the hood up, it was Gizmo. I'll accept that.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Hey, at least it was something that's like, yeah, I wouldn't see you in this on Tuesday, I hope. So,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So okay, so we definitely got last two and subtle effort, right? Who do you think was like geared up for the moment? Like, who you think was like, yo, hey, oh no, Wang throwing a party? It's a Halloween party in the port. Bet I'm about to kill these niggas when I come through with this.
Jason O'Neal. Shout out to Proper J. Jason fucking snap, dude.
Hey, I am not surprised with this. Let's go. I want to hear this.
Jason, it was two of them, honestly. Jason showed up as motherfucking Poindexter from Revenge of the Nerds, goddammit. He had the fucking glasses. He had the fucked up grill with the braces. He had the lambda motherfucking blazer. Hey, Jason fucking snap.
Nice. All right, shout out to Jay, man. All right, man.
And then my cousin Kilo and his girl Kayla, they showed up as Kanye and Bianca.
Okay. Oh, yo, you know what? I think I've seen those those pictures as well. Definitely a dope costume.
He had the shoulder pads on and had no shoes with the socks.
Yeah, I did see that.
She came in with a poncho, with a see-through poncho with like a flesh-colored tank top. So like she was kind of
like she was
under it, kind of. Yeah, hey, like I said, some people since came as early 2000 Soldier Boy.
had 3X tall tee.
Big ass tall tee, big droopy ass sagging pants. Soldier Boy wrote on the glasses. You know, some people actually showed the fuck up.
I like it. And because as you become 16 and older, definitely as you're 21 and older, there's always that certain group out there of women who, you know, we appreciate, we admire, and expect. But for some reason, the Halloween weekend, they want to unleash their inner harlot. So, were there any young ladies, whether they're in relationships or not? Because look, I guess this is hall pass night. That's unspoken hall pass night, I believe. Who were the young ladies that showed up in rare form, looking like, hey, you know what? I might let somebody hit tonight.
Shockingly, no one.
Really?
Shockingly, no one. Everybody came covered up.
Wow. Okay.
Everybody came. Nobody came as the whore devil or the sexy
Bloody
nurse.
nurse, yeah.
Nobody did that. Like everybody came, like it's like everybody showed up knowing that there will be children there.
Ah, okay. Oh yes, I forgot. Yes, awesome.
And I greatly appreciate it because
Mhm.
some people don't want their kids to see that type of shit.
Yeah, for sure.
So greatly appreciate it. Everybody showed up covered up.
Awesome.
Greatly
Awesome.
appreciate it for that.
Awesome, man. Hey, yeah, you know what? Hey, listen, now that's interesting that you probably have thrown the first Halloween party ever where people respected the, children, young adult, like no scantily clad, like kind of like rule or just like, just angle. So that,
Yeah.
hey, props. I mean, look, not everybody wore a costume, but hey, at least everybody came covered up because from my life and times, I don't think there's been a party where they ain't at least three are like, oh man, you can see her little piece of her vagina. I'm like, oh, she got the bottom of her booty cheeks out. Like, is
I,
that white dude naked? Like,
I I think if next year is bigger than this year, we're actually going to book a venue.
nice.
And I think it's going to be gloves off then.
Hey,
I
probably
think it was more
literally.
or less because, like I said, it was done in the privacy of my own home, and it was more close friends and family than just the public.
Mhm.
But I think after everybody saw how much fun we had, I think a lot of people are more intrigued in what next year could potentially produce.
Heck yeah. I like it. I like it. And you know what? Not for nothing. And I know that you are. Maybe this isn't your goal, but even though I'm out the loop in a major way, I will say I love the fact that a party took place in the port with the older folks or the new grown folks, and it was saw start to finish as a great time, and people are intrigued about what could become of it the next time. So that's, I think in itself, that's a big win. Now, granted, I'm not gonna act like I know everything that's going on in the port as far as like nightlife activity and camaraderie, but it is very awesome to hear that something positive and celebratory had taken place out there, and people showed up and showed out in their own way, man. So that's awesome.
Yeah, dude, it's because it's hard to pull that off now. As little
Yeah,
as
I
it's
hear.
fucking hard to pull that off. And the bad part about it, everybody's always bitching, whining, and moaning about not having nothing to do, but y'all the ones that's fucking it up for everybody.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, Freeport PD gonna do what Freeport PD do, but but we all know how to avoid it. Yes, if they know it's a lot of black people congregating in the same area, yes, they're going to sit in the parking lot. Yes, they're just going to watch. But why are they just watching? Because they're already anticipating that one of you stupid motherfuckers going to do some shit.
Yeah.
You don't give them a reason to watch. They're still probably going to watch.
Yeah, for sure.
But you can all go home and they can all go home at the end of the night as well.
Yeah.
If that's what you really want to do.
Yeah.
Because see, one thing about coming to my house is you're not going to come to my house and disrespect my house.
Facts.
Because I'm beating up everybody from the age of 8 to 88 after walking out of the door.
No, facts.
I've been in my house almost 5 years. The police have only been here twice because I had to call them. You're not gonna have police at my goddamn crib because you decide you want to go outside to somebody else's house and show your ass.
Right.
It's my house. I can show my ass all I want
to. Right.
Just don't make me show my ass on you. Pause.
Right. Right. Hey, but not for nothing. Shoot, I'm at the age now where, yeah, I kind of want the police patrolling outside of whatever I'm doing. Like, I mean, that might be the most MAGA statement you're gonna hear from me, but this year. But and I'm not saying that like I'm trying to be McGruff the crime dog. I don't have the Crime Stoppers number in my phone, but there was a certain amount of safety and comfort I would want throwing a party of that style, to where I'd be like, you know what? Hey, make sure y'all are outside. And you know what? And it may not even be for the people in the party. It might be for the people on the outside that know that the party going on.
Yeah.
See, we overlook that part because a lot of night spots, especially in Freeport, it really started off great. But for some reason, in that 11th hour, there's always this element of like, oh damn, they in here. Like, somebody should have respectfully told them, not tonight, my man. Go ahead and head on home. Or, just that, shoot, you know what? We know this person and this person beefing, or these families are beefing, and they just shouldn't be in here. And, even if it is just a fist fight, which is what I would be hoping for the most, like, I don't want somebody get stabbed, get shot, nothing crazy. But just even under the act of that, I am in a state where I'm like, you know what? Yeah, make sure y'all out here. Matter of fact, hey, y'all got a rookie that can work the door? Because I just don't want no problems. I just don't want any problems. So that I like you said, the PD gonna do what the PD do, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, man, and maybe you should do it because I know what I'm here for, and I know what I'm trying to do, and I don't want it to be disrupted by no madness.
Yeah, like, dude, that's one of the things that also crossed my mind. It's like, I don't have any beef with anybody out here. I'm too old. I ain't got time. But I also know who is beefing, and some of the people that are beefing are people that I don't have a problem with. Mm-hmm. So it's like when you get to one of those situations where this group that showed up, and now the other group that don't like the group that has showed up already shows up. Mm-hmm. That could create tension amongst that group with me because I'm not letting them in.
Yep.
Oh, so you with them now?
Yep.
Now I was like, fuck all y'all. Everybody get out.
Back. I was like, hey, I mean, since you feel like that, hey, well, all y'all can go home. It's cool.
Even the group that got here before y'all, y'all can go out and go across the street, do whatever fucking it is y'all gonna do.
Right.
You're not doing it
here. Right. Oh man. Well, man, that's awesome, man. Right. Hey, listen, man. It's got to be like Cali, summertime Cali with the curl shack. You got to go. You got to let it happen.
Yeah.
Oh, bro. Oh man. So as you were talking about the costumes or lack thereof, it made me think of my man JC, man. He was everything. He's one of the coolest white dudes ever. I met him in the gym as I was like a teenager. He was helping me out with just techniques, and then come to find out he was a white cat that could actually dance. He rapped a little bit. We used to freestyle after gym sessions. He used to be an exotic dancer. Like he was turned. He did everything. Like like he was a great guy. And one year he was like, "Yo, Cam," he was like, "If you're struggling for any costumes this year, when you and Rob and you guys are going out for Halloween or whatever," he's like, "Man, check this out." Said, "What I want you to do, let's get a Glad bag, and then, put a Snickers wrapper on it. And then maybe a Reese's, and then maybe put a Sprite can and tape it to there or something. And then when people ask you man, what are you supposed to be?" You're like, "Yo, dude, I'm white trash." I was like, "Yo." I was like, "You know what?"
Oh shit.
I was like, "High key, that's fire." Oh man. I was like, "Yo," I was like, "You got me with that one."
I like that.
He was like, "Yeah, white trash,"
I like
man. It's too funny. So I thought about things like that, and I love the people that always push the envelope for just Halloween. Like they don't necessarily like do the expected, or they take time out to put a lot of time and effort into their Halloween costumes. One of the other people that I know in real life, um, when I was working radio, this cat named Mr. Marcus. Nope, not the guy with the Dodger hat. Radio personality in Indianapolis for everybody that's listening, right?
I was both up for the ass.
Yeah, but he definitely put together some of the dopest costumes ever. Like he was on like the Hollywood celebrity level with the costumes. And I kid you not, Wang. Oh, I'm sorry, Jammin Jerome. I kid you not. One year, and this is before the wave started, everything. He came out with an immaculate Prince Hakeem from Coming to America costume, like even with the daggone lion or like he looked like he was on the cover of Coming to America. Smoked it, and it was a couple of other ones that he did like over the years. Because we used to throw parties for both Urban Station, Pop Station, like the erotic exotic ball and things like that. So it was cool joints. And I was like, yo, it's like my man's be killing these costumes every single year, like untouchable. So I've always admired the people that put in the effort, put in the time, and really like come alive for the event and don't just mail it in, man.
So, but that was one of the reasons for the trophy.
Nice.
I got a couple people that I be around, super competitive, but it's all in good fun.
Mm-hmm.
So this all started some years ago with my family reunion. My family reunion, we would always do a lip sync competition.
Mm.
And the first year I didn't know that they were doing it, so I didn't enter.
Mm-hmm.
So my little cousin Kilo, the one that showed up with him and his fiance as Bianca and Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
He came in as Prince did when Doves Cry, smoked it. So set the bar high.
Right.
Cool. So he's like, cuz, man, you the only one, man, that is like get down and be silly with me, man. Like, dude, you got to do it this year.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, bet. So bouncing ideas, was going to do something with my girl, but she was still kind of with the family,
Mm-hmm.
hadn't got that comfortable yet.
Yeah.
So the day of, I threw down to the Goodwill, found me some corduroys. I had some white Vans. I found a white button up and a ugly ass brown sweater. Did Billy Ocean, Caribbean Queen.
Nice.
So I'm thinking I smoked it, right? Thinking I smoked it. Cuz come down the aisle. I see him, he got this motherfucking this Mike Vick jersey on. And I see he got like a Falcons hat, and he got like party streamers coming out the Falcons hat.
Mm-hmm.
Lil Jon. Then I see his boys. He got two little boys. His oldest boy got on a wife beater, and I noticed that he got the chops.
Mm.
Ludicrous. Then I see his youngest boy, Mari.
Yeah.
Mari got a motherfucking do-rag on and shit. What the fuck? They do Lil Jon Lovers and Friends.
Wow.
Okay, bro.
Nice.
Knock me clean out the. Hey, look, I don't even want the trophy. I lost. So now I gotta come even harder next year. Like I gotta be harder because he done won 2 years in a row and he talking shit.
Absolutely, yeah, and rightfully so. He gotta get it off.
So that the year after that, I ended up doing Tina Turner Proud Mary.
Okay.
Dress on, had the ugly wig on, I went the whole nine. I'm dancing and bouncing around and took the title. So now there's this ongoing competitiveness that we have. So with me winning that trophy, now it's like, no, next year. So now next year, it's just gonna keep on going up.
There we go. I like it. I like it, man. See, that's cool. And again, man, I think even though, and we're gonna get into it, even though I would say Halloween for the most part has lost its luster. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if it's just me getting older or if it's truly like people have just kind of like checked out. But it's cool to see that there is a fun element living somewhere in the world around Halloween, man, because I ain't gonna lie. It's been looking pretty sad and pathetic to say the least, at least from my angle. And I won't say it's one thing, but I think it's quite a few things that just from our era to now that just, I guess when you look back, it's kind of sus, but I guess it's just maybe just different times.
I think it's more or less people everybody's so fixated on, like we said before, people don't know how to have fun no more.
Yeah, that's a fact.
To have fun is shunned upon for some weird, crazy fucking reason.
Yeah, man.
Like I'm not a partier anymore. And I know that like when you were doing radio and stuff like that, like you would have to go to like parties and stuff like that, mingle. Did people even dance when you were at these parties? Like you was just in Vegas a couple of weeks for your wedding. Like when you were at some of these clubs, like were people actually dancing still?
Man,
or was everybody just standing around the pool?
Man, so look, that is an awesome question. And I do have to admit, Vegas was the first time I want to say in maybe 7 years, maybe 8 years, where people have been in a spot and at least half the people were at least up and trying to do a little something to have a good time. You know what I'm saying? They at least getting this on.
Man,
you
don't even, bro. I bullshit you not. This is about a week ago. Content creator I follow on YouTube named Long Beach Griffey did a skit where a dude was in the club dancing and the bouncers came and stopped him. Was like, "The fuck is you doing? You scaring everybody? What the fuck? What? What the fuck?" He was like, "Look, you see that nigga over there on his phone? And it ain't even on. You gotta be like him. Like, why the fuck is you out here dancing? You scaring us, nigga. Like people don't go off the dance." Like, and then when I'm thinking about that shit, I'm like, dude, that's so fucking for real. Like honestly, the only people that I can think of off the top of my head, and I'll say as a community, where they dance and it's okay. West Coast, New Orleans, and Memphis.
I can see that.
Chicago. You can't dance nowhere else.
The OGs in Chicago dance now.
Chicago.
Because that's the stepper sets and the house lifers.
Yeah, and the house life, the footwork and stuff like that. And then I think probably maybe Detroit and the OGs in Detroit and some of the OGs over in Jersey.
Yeah.
But motherfuckers don't dance no more.
Yeah. I was speaking of Chicago, I ain't seen a kid. I haven't seen a person in Chicago under 25 footwork in a minute. I haven't seen that in a minute. So I'm not even gonna say that that's still, a prominent thing. Tying this all together, because I'm glad you asked me about Vegas, because you know what, come to think of it, that is the first time in a long time I've seen the dance floor, and two, I've seen people actually on it. So now, fast forward, looping this back around, I wonder I was wondering why people weren't throwing Halloween parties, but then I thought about it. Well, dang, there's not a lot of dance floors at night spots no more.
No.
There's literally for the life of me, remember that the story about the girl that was twerking during brunch or whatever, and the owner came out, he's like, yo, this ain't that kind of vibe, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You gotta chill it out, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, that probably happened primarily because she ain't got nowhere else to go to do it. Like, she actually is out trying to have a good time. Now, granted, women will go outside and randomly throw ass anyway. But where do people actually congregate to dance? Because coming up, and even just as an adult and then working in radio, that's all the party scenes were for me, especially around Halloween. There was like 4 or 5 parties Halloween weekend from one side of the town to the other, and it's nothing but people out here with cheap drinks, cool costumes, and dancing their heart out until like 4 in the morning. And that's and you don't see that or hear about it anymore. Um and it's a little sad. It's a little sad because now there's more opportunity, I guess, for you to become, I guess you could say, famous for throwing the dope party, or for, or just going viral for your costume and all that. And now it almost seems like everybody's willing to go out and do everything but that. Like, actually go out to a party and enjoy a party, especially around an event like Halloween, which is why I kind of forgot it was even happening anyway.
but that was one of the reasons why the thought of the party even came about. Because don't get me wrong, partying on Halloween has never been a safe thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of was like, if you can create a safe space for the older demographic, a place where they can go where they ain't got to worry about 15 cats in the corner with shiesties on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everybody either knows of or knows each other.
Mm-hmm.
Or somebody out of the group of 3 people that you showed up with knows who that person is.
Mm-hmm.
And people can just mingle and have a good time and go home and see another day without having to worry about fucking Pookie Loke and everybody in the goddamn corner beefing with the other cats in the other corner, and now you got 5 innocent people shot, but ain't nobody that was actually shooting at each other hit.
Yeah.
That's not what I want.
Yeah.
So like, to even bring, like, that's one of the major issues as to why, like, people don't even, like, party promoting is dying. That should be a big thing.
Oh yeah,
It's not
absolutely.
even safe anymore.
Oh yeah, party promoting. Now look, so it's kind of a chicken or the egg thing for me, so I'm not quite sure, right? Because I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Janky Promoters with Cube and Mike Epps, but that's very real. I know for a fact that a lot of party promoters, they kind of get their money as well as their venues by doing a lot of over promising and under delivering. And whether it is for, like, well, now it's influencers, but it used to be like artists, models, or like Love and Hip Hop cast. The thing is, depending on who you are, especially if you ain't got no skin in the game, you never really did nothing. Like, let's just say, excuse me, Jerry wants to throw a party at you know, Club of Diamonds, right? And he's like, yo, I'm telling you, I'm gonna get Sexy Red here for the Halloween party, and she gonna perform and blah say blah, and she gonna show up, right? Um, he'll tell the club owner that to book the venue. Somehow Jerry get the contact info to Sexy Red manager or booking manager. And he was like, yo, you come out to Belvedere or wherever, you know what I mean? And hey, we'll make it fair. Rockford, you come to Rockford, Illinois.
Okay.
And yo, we got a bag for you. And you know, just be a part of this Halloween party. And we'll take care of you. Now, especially with how she's going right now. Look to book Sexy Red to perform, even if it's an A and B selection, it's $100K. What they'll do then is be like, okay, well, how much is it for her to host it? Now, on the low, the hosting fee might only be 35. It might be 30, 35. So, promoter don't really tell the venue that. They just say, hey, we booked Sexy Red. You know what I'm saying? My man's going DJ. He got all her records. And, you know, can we lock in the venue? Boom, they lock in the venue. However, here's the deal. A lot of times, artists, they make one or two mistakes, and this is how they get fleeced and finessed. Because let's say it is the 35, and it was like, yo, and we need like 15 up front. And you know, that's just to lock in your deposit just to make sure, and we're gonna get the other piece of that. So let's make it even numbers. 30,000 to do the hosting. They need 15 up front. We're gonna collect our 15 when she walk up to the door. She ain't walking through the threshold if we ain't got another 15 in her hand. Right?
Okay.
So now, right, all of that to Club of Diamonds in Rockford sounds, oh wow, Sexy Red on Halloween. Oh man, it's up, it's lit. We're gonna get a whole bunch of money. So to book my venue, even for Sexy Red, 20,000. Here's the deal. He only got 10. He got 10. See, the other piece of party promoting, club promoting, booking, and all that is that you actually do gotta have money. Like you gotta have money because you gotta book venues. You might have to book security. You might have to pay a certain amount for the bar. You're supposed to hit a certain threshold for the night before you can even call yourself breaking even to receive profit. How do I know that? Ladies and gentlemen, I threw 3 theme parties and performed at them in the smallest room in certain clubs, and we made a few dollars a couple times. So, fast forwarding. So to do all that, he only got 10. So he like, okay, I'm gonna give her the 10. And you know what? And just because the flyer looks so cool that says, "Ooh, Club of Diamonds with Sexy Red on Halloween," and the club they want the promo, and they want the eyes and the awareness on it. He'll be like, "Look, hey yo, you don't really have to pay the club up front. A lot of times, unless you black, it gets tricky. But let's just say, for the sake of an argument, they don't even make you do it, right? So then you just got to make sure that you make 20K for the club so you can start making money. Now you still owe Sexy Red 20. You still over 20. But they respecting the fact that you ain't got your 5 yet. Because what do? Now what promoters do, they add up the cost for the club. They add the cost to pay Sexy Red. They should now base it off at least the fire marshal code. So let's say 1,000 people. And so they take those numbers and divide it by 1,000, and that's how much your ticket is going to cost you. Because now they got to break even. So at least like, well, let me sell X amount, because if I sell that, that's enough. That's covering the whole 50,000 that I owe. I owe between the club and Sexy Red. Problem is, if you have no skin in the game, because people don't kick it no more, because it really ain't a lot going on, like ain't nobody really trying to hear that they gonna pay $100 or $150, because you know they kind of mark up so they can definitely cash out.
Right.
They're not paying $150 a ticket for you to see Sexy Red, but you know what? There is still a thirsty audience that exists. So let's say you sell enough to get 5 bands. So now you've paid the deposit. However, and this is why DJs get jerked in the process, and why they do be hiring a man, and that's why they do be doing like Spotify playlists and all that, because they haven't factored in other costs. They haven't covered the cost to pay the girl that they want to work the door. So they just get their side chick that they be hitting to be in there. And like, hey, they dude ain't really a well-known DJ, but the word gonna get out is that he DJ'd the whole night for $250. So now they think that's the running price for other people. So now DJs are getting jerked. And now on top of that, because you have no money for promotion, you don't really know what you're doing. Sexy Red is showing up to a party and only 150 people in there. And now you're trying to give her the mic talking about some, yo, do the new joint. And she like, no, nigga, you paid for me to host. I'm about to sit here and sip on Casamigos and throw ass. That's all you're getting for your 30,000. But of course, your flyer don't say that. It says Sexy Red at Club of Diamonds in Rockford. It don't say she hosting versus performing. It don't say she just appearing versus performing. She just there. And surface level, they don't want to hear that. The audience don't want to hear all that. They heard that you brought Sexy Red, and we trying to get photos. We trying to get pictures. We trying to throw ass with her in this VIP section. We trying to hear her do her songs, and you ain't paid for none of that. So that one experience is a domino effect of now people don't even believe when artists be coming. Like, it's like, depending on the promoter, they ask for all their money up front. The club want to make sure that you're not wasting their time, because let you mess around and only generate $7,000, so you really now owe them 13 for the night you wasted for your private event.
But it's still fucked up though, man. Because I remember growing up, man. My motherfucking mom and them, man, they didn't need no fucking celebrity to go out.
Facts.
It was the party.
Facts.
Bro, we was the party.
Yeah, hey, but you said yourself, we living in an era where people don't know how to have fun or to make their own fun. And you know, that's kind of the I guess the allure of our time and the detriment of this time. Like, let's rewind it back. Just the simplest trick or treating, right? Now, don't get me wrong. If you were to explain it, even in the 80s and 90s, it sounds suspect as hell. It's like, hey, me, 2 of my cousins, and my best friend from school, we about to put on masks and get some plastic bags, and we about to go to people's houses in every neighborhood and knock on the door and get candy. It sounds suspect as hell. And that's literally what it is. Hey, and then don't let it be like, yeah, hey, I'm about to go with Uncle Johnny because my mom working tonight. So me, Uncle Johnny, and 2 of my friends about to get in the car with him tonight, and he about to drop us off over there on Iroquois, and we about to go knock on doors and get candy. That sounds suspect as hell. But that is what we did, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Between you, I mean, well, you know what? I'll speak for me. I don't want to get nobody else in trouble. But from one of your cousins that definitely know Bushwick Bill verse to my mind playing tricks on me, so he's singing it on the on the block as y'all walking up to every house, to you reciting your favorite Too Short or Snoop Dogg song or NWA song or 2 Live Crew song, because now you know you can say it and you got your mask on, so they don't know if it's He-Man saying it or if it's you saying it. So, but you know, and you out all night. You out till 9 o'clock as an 8-year-old, a 9-year-old. Why? Because you got adult supervision, and you out here with your pumpkin bag, your pumpkin plastic bag, and everybody, people that you've never even seen before, but just because they got their porch light on, you about to walk up there and knock on their door and ask for some candy.
Stranger danger definitely was not a thing on that night.
Not at all. And then, you know, I must admit, I don't know, maybe it's a couple years before me, maybe it's my era and ours, but somewhere along the line, even in Freeport, somebody was like, I ain't going trick-or-treating. I'm going bag snatching. And I was like,
I never did it, but it was most definitely a thing.
Yeah, never did it either. I was actually taken back by it. I was like, you know what? I never worried about this. I was like, the only bag I snatched was the one at 80's with my sloppy Joe in it. I never snatched another bag. So by the time I'm 14, 15, and people my age, and I'll leave them nameless, they're talking about we going bag snatching. I was like, bag snatching? Yeah, we're going to catch one of these little niggas with all their candy, and we're going to snatch the bag from them. I'm like, man, that's not right. Like, why would you do that? Yeah. I was like, dog, like, and then, you know, I'm not even thinking about it. I was like, oh, see, your mama can't afford no candy? Like, you just can't. That's like now, because it makes no sense. You're 14 years old, you're 15 years old, and you're about to go take a bag from a 7-year-old or an 8-year-old because, yeah, you know what I'm saying, not knowing what's in it. Like, shouldn't your porch light be on? Like, shouldn't you be handing out Baby Ruths and Mars bars and Snickers and things of that nature? Like, bro. So that to me, Wang, was when trick-or-treating officially took a turn for the worst. And because now, okay, wait, maybe this ain't so harmless anymore. Like, I don't know who caused the shift. I don't know where it was, but I know in the 90s, when we're talking mid to late 90s, the narrative was amongst teenagers that they're about to go out and take candy from kids or vandalize. I don't remember the teacher off top, and I never had their class, but I know for a fact, because I just be listening in class, that a group of students were going to assemble to egg and TP some houses, and some teachers got hit one year. And it was like an underground murmuring of it. But I was like, dang, I don't remember things like this happening. like I never knew that this was a thing. Like all of a sudden, now we stealing candy from kids. We throwing eggs at houses. We TPing cars. We TPing trees and houses. And I'm like, yo, where did all this destructive behavior come from? And I can't front it. It might be from all the kids made in the 1980s. Again, I don't know what they seen because I wasn't on that time. I wasn't on that time. I have no idea why any of these things started becoming a thing.
I never got off into that type. Yeah, I never got off into that type of shit. Like the only house that I've ever vandalized was Mr. Green and Parentes Jr.'s crib, senior year into the track season. We TP'd that he was pissed, but he got it. We TP'd Marentez's crib, not knowing he had an open house showing the following day.
Oh, yo. Oh man.
So when we got to school that Monday, he was just like, yeah, y'all doing some motherfucking laps today.
Like, hey, we're doing miles today, guys.
Like,
I know it's the 4x2, but yeah, miles.
Yeah, we're not doing anything else. Just run.
Oh,
and then at the end of practice, after a couple people threw up, he was like, "You guys TP'd my house." And that morning, my house was doing an open house to sell it. It's like, oh shit, our bad.
Right. Like, man, hey, charge it to the game. But yeah, no, that wasn't the wave. So I think about that, right? And so then we've made trick-or-treating unsafe. Teenage kids are running amok outside. And then I want to say, once we get to the 2000s, it just gets downright dangerous because now, like, legit crimes are being committed on Halloween or centered around Halloween. Like, I'll tell you this. I almost witnessed a hate crime. Okay. And it's 2001. Okay. And 9/11 had just happened. And a dude showed up to the party as Osama bin Laden.
Oh.
And I seen a white boy with a machete. And I was just like, how does this all happen at the same time? How does this happen? Because he's trying to be funny, but that just happened a little over 30 days ago. You should relax.
Most definitely was not reading the room before.
Yeah, no, I was like, yo, is he bin Laden?
Fuck.
And he showed up to a Halloween party as Osama bin Laden. And then I seen some white boys, and one had a machete. Now, granted, don't know what his costume was. Today, I would call it Mr. MAGA Man because it just would make sense to call him that this year. But I was like, and you know what? It was the first time I ever saw people react negatively to a costume. Like, even the girls were like, yo, come on, man. Like, dog, like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, everybody, like, you could hear it. Like, they were letting them know. And he was just like, it's Halloween. I was like, bro, what happened to being Jason? Like, what happened to Freddy Krueger? You could have been anything in the world. You picked Osama bin Laden in 2001 after 9/11.
Yeah, if too soon was a person, fuck.
Right. So 2000s for me was the rise of the offensive costume accompanied with the sluttiest costumes, because that was also the year we started seeing butt cleavage. You know what I'm saying? That was the year when you could see a little kitty out in the mini skirts and what have you for the costumes. And then I want to say, Wayne, what, 2007 or 8 going into 2013, I want to say that the battle between good and evil really took place, because I think, and I don't remember what happened, I wish I could tie it to one historical event, but eventually God started taking over and trying to repurpose and rebrand Halloween. And now, that there was, like, at first, and I'm still going to give her credit, I think Sister Cooley invented the Hallelujah Party. and you could wear a costume and you come to first church, but you couldn't be like no demon or nothing crazy. And I used to like crazy costumes. I thought I was gonna wear my Freddy Krueger joint. My mom was like, "You going to church? Like you about to have a Halloween party at the church?" So I came as a clown.
But, I didn't know better. Fucking hate clown.
Yeah, I was like, "Yo, but can I be an evil clown with like a head?" They were like, "Yo, no, Cam. Like, would you just please?" I was like, "All right, bet." So, saying that because, now present day, I'll fast forward some more to long stories, less long, because I'm telling a lot of stories here. Now, I see trunk or treat, and now people are assembling in like church parking lots, or they're organizing things in the afternoon. And the closest thing that they like, for instance, my daughter got to trick-or-treating that she'll remember, because I think she actually did go real trick-or-treating 1 or 2 times. But the closest that she got to that is everybody popping their trunk, having candy in visible sight at like 2 in the afternoon, and she can walk from car to car in the church parking lot and get her candy that way.
And don't get me wrong, I get why people do it, because like I said, it's a safer scenario.
Mm-hmm.
But just think of how fucking dope it was in the 90s to link with the crew, go to Stevenson Street, because they had the good candy.
Absolutely. You might get the real size candy bars on Stevenson Street.
Get the full size joint ball.
You know what I mean?
And the whole fucking city is on this block. Nobody worried about getting no bag snatched. Nobody get worried about being kidnapped. Nobody was worried about vandalism, any of that. And literally the entire fucking town of Freeport was on 2 blocks.
For sure.
And it was the best of fucking time.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Like, bruh, even remember our first costumes was plastic. You stepped into it, you tied it up in the back, you put the mask on and had the string.
Heck yeah.
And you could be a superhero, you could be a police officer, you could be a fireman. Costume cost about $3.
Listen.
And you had the best of fucking times with that $3 costume.
Man, listen. You young people today will never know the experience of getting the Batman mask with the good blue towel in the house, and knowing you killed it though. Like you just never know. It's like, yeah, no, I'm Batman. Look, I got the cape. It's your mama navy blue towel in the crib that's just big enough for you to tie around your neck.
I got the cape and I got my black sweatsuit on. I am Batman.
Right. Hey, and shout out to the Simpsons, because the Bartman costume was even easier to get off. He was like, oh, he know what it's like to be Batman, the low budget Batman too. Now I'm Bartman, because I'm about to wear shorts with the t-shirt, with just the towel now, and a hat on. like, yo, man, listen, there was so much magic and creativity in Halloween as we were coming up. And it is a shame that it got to be so just convoluted with like just violence and just crime. Really, you know what I'm saying? Like snatching kids from bags is a crime. Like, why would you steal from kids? So, excuse me. So I look at that, and I look at the times we're in now, and there's like one community event, and it's and wildly enough, but salute, because now granted, I don't know what it's like in the Midwest anymore. I'm now like, Tennessee, I guess, could be considered a piece of the Bible Belt. But I will say I at least commend the churches or some of the community leaders who are trying to do something positive for the kids, to have them celebrate something, as far as a Halloween goes. But man, I'm really disappointed in my generation specifically, because we are like, now since the diddler and the game and everybody stopped posting they Halloween costumes, like for these industry parties that we were never invited to on Instagram. It seems that people don't even know how to behave and what would be a cool idea for this time of year.
But it goes back, they don't know how to have fun anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like for me, it really just goes back to that.
Mm-hmm.
We come from a generation where we're not too good or too cool to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I remember a dude told me, old cat, born and raised in Chicago, and he just standing out there, he chilling and he's singing and dancing, and me knowing this dude did some shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just leave it at that.
Mm-hmm.
And for him to still be just having a good time with life, that man told me was just like, why the fuck do I have to walk around mean mugging everybody and looking at everybody sideways? And why do people feel like I need to portray myself as tough? I done did that shit already.
Right.
I'm lucky to still be here. So I'm gonna have fun with the remainder of the time that I got. I'm like, he right.
Mm-hmm.
He's 100% right.
Mm-hmm.
These kids, they don't see it that way. Just like last episode, me and you talked, and we talked about the sitcoms.
Yeah.
We went through at least me, I went through I gotta be tough because this is what gangster rap was telling me I'm supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Then the older I got, I realized I don't even know these niggas that I'm following behind. I don't know DMX. I don't know Jay. I don't know The Game. I don't know Dre. I don't know any of these niggas.
Right.
They're probably not even doing this shit.
Yeah.
And that's when I decided, dude, you used to go to the parties and you used to have fun dancing on the girls and taking over the dance floor. But now you in a party with a pistol.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
What your man that did the show with us the other day? What was his name?
Oh, Gilbert.
Gilbert was 1,000,000% right. The reason why I'm in this motherfucker and everybody is staring at me and wants to go home with me. Why? Because I have a smile on my face and I'm enjoying myself.
Yeah.
It's 6 dudes over in the corner on the left with each other, ice grilling everybody in the club.
Yeah.
But you want to take something home?
Right.
Nigga, you look like you're finna still on the bitch.
Right. Right. Like you ain't taking nothing home but a felony at this case.
like you ready to still on the first woman that say that think you cute. Like, dude, like what?
Like, say I'm fine before I smack the shit out you. No. Like, yo, wait, whoa, hold on.
On that low dog shit. Break yourself. Give me a motherfucking phone number. You know, like,
oh gosh.
Dude,
oh
we
man.
gotta find a way to get back to the fact that it's okay to have fun. It don't make you less tough. If you can fight, you can fight. Just because you're having fun doesn't mean that you don't know how to fight no more.
Mm-hmm.
If a nigga view you as soft because you dancing, but you know you can whoop them,
yeah.
So you're not going to have fun because you don't want somebody that you don't like and or care about their opinion to give their opinion about you. Make it make sense.
Right.
You don't give a fuck about what this dude thinks, but yet you give a fuck about everything this dude thinks about you.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Hey, look, too much focused on other men while there are women half naked trying to be chose for one night only. I'll just never, I'll just never get it.
Nah.
Man. So let's round out the show with a little nostalgia. Few lightning round questions for you. First one is what is your favorite Halloween character or movie?
My favorite Halloween character is Freddy Krueger.
Okay.
Freddy, he has the every other haunting or whatever you want to call it, you can get away from because it's usually fixated in a specific spot. You know, whether it's a haunted house, you leave the house, you should be fine. If it's a haunted area, okay, Jason Voorhees being in the woods and stuff like that before they started sending him into outer space and all of that stupid shit.
You're right.
Stay out of Camp Crystal Lake, you're fine. Freddy, he just wanted your ass to go to sleep. That's it. Like, and Michael Myers, he just wants to kill his sister. Leave that nigga. Let that nigga kill his sister and go on about his business.
Right. You don't even know her.
We don't even know that nigga's sister. Let that nigga kill his sister and we go to Leatherface. Stay the fuck out of Texas.
Right. Bro.
If you would have just let Chucky take that little boy body, everybody else would have been okay.
Hey.
Quit being selfish, little nigga. Sacrifice yourself for the greater good.
Yeah.
But Freddy, on the other hand, Freddy was just a nuisance. Pinhead. Don't touch his fucking box.
Yeah. Hey.
Don't touch his box. You don't have a problem.
Yo.
Freddy was just a fucking nuisance, and I loved it.
Yeah. You know what you've made me realize with all these descriptions, which are accurate. You know, a lot of these horror movies and these characters exist because people don't mind their business.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, it's almost like, hey, and it's almost like this generation get it. But unfortunately, they taking it too far because now they just pull up their phone when crime is being committed. They don't, but they don't interfere. Maybe that's the Jedi mind trick here. He's like, man, hey, look, man, I watch Halloween. I watch Friday the 13th. Like, I just leave it alone. Like, I'm sure he'll be fine.
I mean, bro, think about it. Would you have an interaction with Candyman if you don't say his name 3 times?
Yeah. Hey.
No.
No,
you don't have an interaction with Pinhead as long as you don't touch his fucking box. You don't have an interaction with Jason Voorhees as long as you stay out of Camp Crystal Lake. You don't have an issue with Michael Myers as long as you just let him deal with whatever issue he's having with his fucking sister.
Yeah.
When you involve yourself and you start fucking with people's shit, that's when shit starts happening.
Yeah. Hey, man. Hey, I forgot who broke it down to me. And it ended up being a meme last decade, but they was like, man, Candyman, just like any other black man that wants you to keep his name out your mouth. I was like, you know what you're right. I was like, yo, you in the crib, got your name in his mouth, and now he pulled up on you.
Pull up. Don't get scared now. You asked for this.
Like, no, you said, like, no, I heard you. I heard what you said. What you mean? Like, they was like, that's Candyman. I was like, you know what you got me.
Bro, that is so fucking accurate. That it don't get no more accurate than that.
You know what I'm saying? So
man was chilling on the couch, cold beer, counting his bees, and you had to call his name 3 times.
Man, right. So yeah, hey man. No, I completely agree. I completely agree. I was also with you on Freddy Krueger as well as Nightmare on Elm Street being my favorite series, especially with the Dream Master. I think that was
Dream Master.
number
That's
4.
my favorite. That was 3.
Three. Okay.
Dream Warrior was 3.
Okay. So now, but now the Dream Master was 4
Yeah,
then for
4.
sure then. So I was with you, and you know what? It's still, you know what? I'm gonna say 1A. I won't quite make it number 2 because I actually want to kind of start watching them again maybe this year. But I got to admit, there's a new top spot for me as far as horror movies, horror movie series, and character. I personally got to go Jigsaw and the Saw series. I even like the ones after 5. Like, I love the Saw series and Jigsaw because it's rooted in a guy who got effed over by like the hospitals and the government. And he begins to piece all the puzzles together to not only teach them a lesson, but finding other people who have been piss poor humans and putting them in situations just like, hey, look, you so selfish, you know, that you couldn't wait to, unlock the treasure of life. Well, now get this key out of your eye that I've installed in here and see if you can get out this door before this saw blade cuts your brain open. How about that? Yo, and I love it.
I always respected the creativity of Jigsaw.
Yeah.
Like, and then like after the first movie,
mm-hmm.
the way it was set up was like outside of a kidnapping charge, I didn't kill you. You killed yourself.
Yeah.
Yes, I kidnapped you. But majority of the people that I can't remember which one it was, the one that had Megan Good in it.
Oh yeah, I think that was either the second or third one.
Yeah, the one that had Megan Good in it. And I particularly liked that one the most due to the fact of everybody in that group was so fucking selfish and so about themselves that if they would have just thought and worked together as a team other than just trying to save themselves, everybody could have walked out.
Yep. And that is why I love the Saw series, because it's so relatable in the aspect of like humanitarianism, right? And the aspect of, are you really out for yourself? Are you really as good of a person as you say you are or as you portray to be? Well, here's the ultimate test to figure that out. And it's pretty gory, and it has its moments, but I even love the stories and how which they tie it all together. And man, I just love the cerebralness of it. And it truly, for me, it truly just sums up like, in this battle of good versus evil, who's really winning, you know? And what side are you actually on? You know what I mean? Yeah. So I love Jigsaw. I love the Saw series, even though Freddie had us down for 10 summers, man. So I'm not gonna disrespect Freddie by just making him number 2 out the gate. But I will say, man, 1 and 1A, man, Jigsaw and Freddie. I'm 100% with it.
So how did you feel about the Chris Rock spinoff Spiral?
So glad you said that. And I actually thought it was pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? Because matter of fact, I just watched that. Matter of fact, I just saw that maybe like 2 or 3 months ago. And I was like, yo, this is the Chris Rock one. I was like, oh, this ain't bad. I was like, yo, I jig with this.
Yeah, they didn't miss.
Yeah. So yeah, and you know what? I know that people have fallen off of the series, like I said, like after probably like 4 or 5, but I like all the ones after the Jigsaw one, Spiral, and the and then just number 8. Like, I think they're all really good movies. And I love how it got more personal and political and government based and healthcare fight based. Like, all of that is super interesting to me.
Low
Not
key,
for nothing.
Jigsaw is like
I
it's
was gonna
like
say Walter White.
anonymous. It's like anonymous on a smaller scale.
Yeah, hey, listen.
Yo.
I'm totally convinced that Anonymous is pulled all of his swag from Jigsaw. To a degree, I think that the writers and creators of Breaking Bad are playing off another angle of Jigsaw. I really do believe that. And I haven't even seen the entire series, but from what people explain to me about what it is, and I do gotta see it, I was like, this kind of sound like when Jigsaw realized he got cancer, and then they mess up his paperwork. Like, that's what it sounded like to me. So I think in time, I think that there will be probably like a more respect on the name of Jigsaw, but again, we got into that weird spiritual phantoms and ghost type of like movies while those were going on. So, which I don't mess with anything with demons and spirits. I don't mess with none of that. Like, I'm never those are like Paranormal Activity, all that stuff. That's not my bag at all. Um, so yeah, I'll stick to Fred. I'll stick to the characters, Freddy, Jason, Michael Myers, Jigsaw, Pinhead, Candyman. Like we'll stick with those. And that's scary enough for me. I don't need to play with anybody's spirit or demon. You know what I mean? Here's a question for you. What was probably the weirdest or scariest personal experience specifically on Halloween?
Oh, off the top of my head, we were trick or treating. Can't remember how old I was. Can't remember how old I was. I had to be probably no more than 10. And the way these people had this house set up is you had to walk through like a nice long driveway to get to the house. Fucking tall ass trees on both sides. Can't see through the trees, dark out, can't see through the trees. But the way they set it up was they had one of their own kids acting as a trick-or-treater walking up with us. But the dad would just reach out, grab, snatch him in the tree.
Yeah. See.
So we're just walking and everybody's laughing and we're going to go up to this house and everybody's having a good time. And little Billy standing off to the right of me just.
Yeah.
Maurice Green didn't have a chance in the 100-meter dash that day.
Not Mo Green. Mo Green second.
Smoking Mo Green. Out of there. Out of there. That was off the top of my head. That was probably the most horrifying shit that I've ever experienced on Halloween. And when we ran, while I'm running back out of there, because no, the fuck you won't be snatching me, fucking creeper man.
Right.
He comes out of the thing and they just laughing and the son's kikiing, the dad's kikiing, and my mom is standing at the. I just turn around. It was. I'm good. We can go to another house. I ain't fucking with them no more. Fuck them. I don't even want that kid no more.
Right. Like, man, hey, this is done here. We're done here. We don't need to do anything else. I got two. One, the scariest, and I still remember it to this day. Trick-or-treating with my mom. Matter of fact, I think we over there. We over there just off Miami. Like and the street is drawing a blank to me now, but it's the street when you about to go the back way to the east side through the arcade to get that main street.
Shawnee.
Yes, there we go. So I'm about to get out the car. Because my mom used to do 2 miles an hour. So everybody see you. I just walk the streets, you know what I'm saying, to trick or treat, you know what I'm saying, whether I was by myself or if my cousins was with me. And man, as I am getting out the car, my damn dad jumps out the bushes and it's like, "Whoa!" And I scream for my life. And I am scared I jump back in the car. I'm scared to get out of the car. I'm crying. Tears are streaming down my face. And Halloween is over. And so is my life from the way I sound in this car. And man, even when he took the mask off, I, I almost kicked him in the face. Oh, my little glow in the dark kid almost met his mouth, and I did not care. I was like, yo, you scared the literal life out of me. That was hands down the scariest moment ever for me. Wildest / weirdest moment. I'm a little older now. I think we were 19, maybe 20. I'm out in Milwaukee with the guys at Marquette University. I don't go to Marquette, but you know, I'm at the Halloween party. It is what it is. One of the wildest nights ever, too. Like just watching, like just Marquette students in the streets of Milwaukee going crazy on Halloween. It was crazy. The things I've seen. So meet a chick at a party. We're two of the only like black people there, and you know, I make it since I know we staying like at least a weekend, like half the weekend. I'm like, yo, since I don't really know where I'm staying tonight because I was about to sleep in somebody's dorm, like on the floor if I needed to, or in the car. That's how we got down back then. We were like in the early 2000s. I was like, yo, let's get up tomorrow, blase blah, blase fair. Get back to the dorm room. She wanted to watch Kings of Comedy. I'm like, cool, we got it on. We get a little touchy-feely, and I realized the girl got curly chest hair. Wild moment for me. Wild moment. I was like, I don't know what to do now. It kind of looked like she got nuts on her chest. And very attractive young lady. Never saw that coming. She didn't have them out the night before. It was like in a nice like sweater top with like a jacket on. I now see why. And that was one of the wildest moments as far as Halloween for me.
You back to werewolf.
Yeah, basically, you know what I mean? I was just like, and then I don't even want to talk about everything else, but yo, needless to say, I went back. They was like, yo, so what's up? I was like, man, I just don't know how to say this, but homegirl had chest hair, and then I called y'all. They were like, what? I was like, so homegirl got chest hair. So I called y'all. Like, we can go. Like, we can go back to Chicago now. I'm cool. I don't like unless we want to find some other girls. Like, this is over for me. I was like, I'm not doing anything with the girl with chest hair, bro. I'm like, and wildly enough, you know, when the horny gets out of control, you contemplate just whatever else. But I was like, no, she has chest hair. So, so I just boogied. You know what I mean? I just boogied out. So, so that's it for me. All right, final question. What one thing do you want to bring back or hope never changes about the Halloween season?
I would love to bring back Halloween night. Everybody linking up, going to 1980's, getting the motherfucking sloppy Joe sandwiches. Shout out to Ryan Shirley. He tried to bring that back, man, and I'm not sure what happened with it, but it was only maybe a year or two he was able to do it. But man, shout out to Ryan Shirley, man, for trying to bring that legacy back.
Yeah, man.
But I would love to be able to bring that back. And what was the other question?
Oh no, that was it. Just like, what would be one thing that you would want to bring back, or you hope never leaves, the Halloween season?
Okay, well, let me give a two-parter. I want
Okay.
these kids to understand, man, that this is go out and have fun, man. Just enjoy yourself. Don't
Mhm.
do the same thing we did and our parents did and our parents did and parents did and rush to be grown.
Mhm.
Be a kid as long as you can, man. Because
Mhm.
oh boy, when it's done, it's done.
It is absolutely done.
Man,
Absolutely done.
I would love for Halloween to just go back to just being what it was: kids in costumes, smiling, laughing, just having a good time.
Mhm.
Scares here and there, but you expect that because it's Halloween.
Yeah. Yeah. I also vote fun. So, but to piggyback off of that some more and diversify it a little bit, I would love for TV shows and just content for like Halloween to be like fun, like when like the Simpsons Halloween special, when like Martin or Living Single, or your favorite TV shows. Everybody loves Raymond. Everybody had like a Halloween like special or Halloween episode. Um, I would like for people to not take it so seriously. I remember there was that year of just super wokeness where everybody was like, oh, this pagan holiday is this, that you're worshiping this, you're that, and it's just like, but you still don't, but you still celebrate Columbus Day though, right? It's just like,
You
so
can't wait for your Christmas gift.
yeah, right. You know what I'm
Fuck
saying?
out of
So
here.
right. So my thing is, let it be like this surface level Americanized just day of fun. You know, I would like for that to be, because granted, when you have the information, yes, you can, react and behave differently, but there's just something to be said about, man, repurposing a day. To me, I look at people having fun on Halloween no different than, people that would rather celebrate the birthday of somebody that they lost versus recognizing the death day of somebody that they've lost. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like, or people will make it a point to know, like, they do something positive or they do something greater to just put a better spin on the day that they've lost a special someone. Like, for instance, I know for a fact, if I really probably sat and thought about it, I probably know, but I really don't remember the day my grandma passed. I don't remember the date. It's not embedded in my mind because I hate that day.
yeah,
But I will forever like go crazy and be all about life and love on her actual birthday.
right,
So,
right.
so for me, I would love people to take that approach to Halloween. It's like, yo, this is just some fun Americanized ish. Hey, look, y'all repurposed everything else in America outside of the gory, ugly, real history of America. So why not do the same for Halloween? Let's keep the same energy, and let's keep, buying the little costumes and the candy and having your parties. Bobbing for apples was always crazy to me, but whatever, go crazy, like, whatever. Um, yeah. So I would just want that. I would like just more positive, fun in it. And you know what? And if nothing else, like I said before, like, shout to the churches, shout to some of the community organizations that are still letting the kids, just be cute kids and get candy and have fun, and sing a few songs. I think that's important. We gotta show kids how to have fun, even if we don't know how to have fun anymore. If that's who you are and that's your bag.
Right, right, right. Nah, hey, I 1,000,000% agree with that.
Well, man. Hey, well, look, y'all. Hey, look, this is the Halloween special. We didn't even get to the topic that we were actually going to talk about today.
Well,
But
good
that's
ass.
okay, because the show will keep going on, and we look forward to bringing you the next episode when that episode comes. Hey, listen, thank you for tuning in to Made in the 1980s. And man, yes, always and consensually. It's love.